AM 560. The Answer.
Haven't watched them in 20 years. Will never, ever watch any of it again. Bunch of steroid freaks anyway. You know what else I heard, Squirrel? Somebody was telling me you can't hit quarterbacks anymore. When did that change? Tell Jack Lambert he can't hit the quarterback. He wanted to chew his frickin' face off. Not like today.
You deny that you got $2 million from health care? I can go down the list here.
Mr. Secretary, that
Emden
is
gave
not...
you $140,000.
Mr. Secretary, it is my time.
Pfizer gave you $102,000.
I am asking to be able to ask a question here. I do
I'm
not
just pointing out your record. If someone from the healthcare industry gives you $2 million, what do they get for it?
What
do you
I
give
do
them?
not oversee the I do not regulate.
You have jurisdiction.
I do not regulate.
You have jurisdiction.
I do not
$2 million
regulate the
to put your face on TV, to buy steak dinners,
Mr. Secretary, listen,
to go on vacation.
Listen to my point
That's what
here.
you do.
Welcome
to MAGA. Welcome to Drill Baby Drill.
That was that Senator Pat Murray, Squirrel. Did you ever see her? She looks like a transgendering Dutch boy. She's got the most ridiculous fracking hairdo that this hag sticks with it. And she's stolen and been used as a bag man for millions of dollars. And Shaun Duffy calls it out. It's a new game in town. No more are we going to go back to the Jeb Bushes.
Please clap.
Fracking scum thief. Jeb Bush, his father Bush, Marvin Bush. Ooh, Marvin. Neil Bush. All scum. And you know who loved them, Squirrel? The vice president that they stuck with Donald Trump the first time around. That simpleton moron.
Well, you talk about the case for conservative principles, and I'm going to read some of your book in just a moment. But you also talk about the importance of character, that character matters in public service. Ken Paxton was indicted on security fraud charges in 2015. He was impeached by members of his own party over alleged.
Did you know he was exonerated from this? Did you know that? She left that out. And do you know what's funny about character when you talk to Mike Pence? Character to cover up the fraud of the establishment Republicans. That's what Mike Pence says. That's the lack of character. Mike Pence not only has felt for hair and looks like Clutch Cargo's father, he has zero character, you fracking fraud. You think people are buying it? You only go to lunch with your wife. Who the hell else is going to go with you?
Bribery in 2023. His wife filed for divorce
I don't go to lunch with your wife.
in 2025 after accusing him of adultery. Bottom line, Mr. Vice President, do you support Ken Paxton?
Well, I could never, if I was voting in Texas, I could never vote for the Democrat nominee, Teller.
Who gives a rip who these Jeb Bush establishment scum that were stealing money a little quieter than the Democrats vote for? I certainly don't. Mark, Oak Lawn.
Shaun, thanks for taking my call. How are you?
Wonderful, babe.
Hey, I've got I heard these talking heads on these sports radio shows. Oh, they're talking about J.B. Pritzker's bringing everything together with the Bears Stadium, and they're talking about his legacy. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to call Shaun's show and give J.B.'s legacy. You know, I've got 4 points for you, Shaun, and you know them all. I think one of the big ones is the Superior Bank 2001. $640 million.
Well, that's his. In all fairness to this fat pig, butter-handed pansy who couldn't do a push-up. No, that's his sister. Specifically.
Yeah, it's his sister. I get it, but you know, I'm sure he had a hand in it. And,
the Commerce Department head for Barack Obama, who robbed people who were too stupid to read what a mortgage was, have no idea, were given money they didn't deserve. She collapsed the bank, and her punishment for this financial crime and fraud on the economic illiterate was she became the Commerce Secretary of America. All right, go ahead.
Second point, delinquency. You know, the state of Illinois, it's a Ponzi scheme. You know, you got $138 billion. That's the teacher's pension. It's not even considered a liability. It's considered an asset, these clowns. And thirdly, taking the toilets out of his second home. You know, like you said, I want to see a tape of that. I want to see him on camera doing that.
Yeah, are you nuts? He can't turn a wrench. Fat pig.
Yeah. Shaun, last point. Let's give him kudos for Illinois being the abortion capital destination in the United States. You know,
the highest price property tax in the country is Illinois. That's the new figure. The highest out of 50 states. Economic illiteracy is what put that fat slob in office, and it's what keeps Democrats in office. The people are in on it.
Remember, he's bringing the Bears to Illinois. Oh, God bless JB.
Listen, you want to know what's funny? Right, we all of us together, whether you watch sports or not sports. How did you grow up? What do we do? From dusk till dawn, everything from dawn to dusk. Every time we woke up as kids, what do? We played 55 different sports, punch each other in the face 1,000 times.
We did.
Do you think this fat pig ever? Do you think he could run a block? I'm serious. You think he ever did? His whole life, slaves waiting on his big, fat, dimply ass. Never
Maybe.
did anything in the world. And he could only get elected where the people are self-loathing, self-righteous, self-enriching Democrat scum who wants something for nothing. He's exactly where he should be, and that's the only state that would vote for that sloth. Glenn in Orlando.
Shaun, yeah, Mike Pence, his name is Judas 2.0. So,
I don't know. He was always a squirrely scum. I don't know if I'm going to go with that. He was always, and you know something? There's something weird, a little askew, something a little freaky about him. I say he spends Saturday afternoons in a box with a red ball in his mouth, waiting for his wife to blow a whistle. Bring out the gimp. Go ahead.
I don't think it's his wife, but anyway, can you imagine how much less in taxes we would pay if we got rid of all the fraud and the quality of life?
I don't have to imagine
everybody
it.
If we got rid of all this fraud.
I don't have to imagine it. I live in Florida. It would be like this. It would be just like this. And they would talk about lowering property taxes, and there would be zero income tax, and there wouldn't be a Democrat in eyesight no matter where you go, which means just don't go into Democrat counties. Miami's rough. A lot of Democrats. You could tell they're laying on the sidewalk with a needle hanging out of their arm. Glenn, Oak Creek, Wisconsin.
Hi, Shaun. I just wanted to say quick, of course, like when I listen to you, 1,000 things go through my head, but how I started listening to talk radio, I was traveling the state in sales, and they were giving Sarah Palin a hard time when it was just ridiculous, and that's when I started thinking, man, there's really corrupt and real butthead people with their way they talk about people and stuff, and anyway, that's how I got into it. But my question is, go ahead.
Do you know when Sarah Palin was picked by that simpleton McCain, who was beyond weight? Do you know that she had an 80% approval rating in her state as a two-term? 80%. She was loved.
I didn't know that high.
Yeah, nobody knows. And that was the character assassination of fluffers of government corruption like Leslie Stahl and every simpleton roach on media. On network news. Every one of them attacked her. She's stupid. Oh, is she stupid? Because as governor, she not only did she have an 80% approval rating, she balanced the budget every year. She ran that entire state more iron tight than any Democrat scum has ever run a state, ever. And she's stupid. You know who's stupid? Every single college graduate who still voted for Kamala Harris knowing she only got there because she liked old balls, and she wasn't good at anything. She liked Willie Brown, and that's it. Go ahead.
You know what's crazy, too, is almost like with Trump with the Russia. With her, it was, I can see Russia from my back porch or whatever, which it was out of context. That's not really what, they may have, like, she really believed that. And the people that are kind of stupid believe she said that.
It's time, Glenn. It's time for the county secession. County secession. Not states anymore. Counties. Bring them down to the little fiefdoms that they've already destroyed. Bring them down. And by the way, they'll like it there. They know how to get promotions and government jobs. The same way the office tramp did.
He's a rogue, all right, notorious for his flamboyant lifestyle. Flashy clothes, fancy parties, fine women, and fast cars.
That's the future presidential candidate, and all she had to do was fluff them. 312-642-5600.
Make money, smoke cigars, and live free on the Shaun Thompson Show on AM 560. The Answer.